difficult as heighten.
From the beginning, we discussed how to do classic horror a little bit more twisted, how to play with the genre, how to make it more fresh and exciting and surprising.
Gotcha.
I really didn't know what was going to happen next. The story pretty...
This fast-paced, satanic-themed horror film is a very interesting one, starring Zazie Beetz as a housekeeper battling a satanic cult in a New York City high-rise. The plot follows her fight for survival against cultists who kill her over ritualistic sacrifices.
I was doing stunt training every day, and your girl was tired.
Oh my god, yes. Everyone has had their ass kicked by Zazie.
A woman answers a help-wanted ad to be a housekeeper in a mysterious high-rise in New York City, not realizing she is entering a community that has seen a number of disappearances over the years and may be under the grip of a satanic cult.
With the fight scenes, you're constantly moving, you're constantly learning new choreography. You are rolling around, you jumping around, you up, you down. And I'm like, yes! This is what I signed up for.
If you're wondering whose idea this was, it was announced that Zazie Beetz would lead They Will Kill You, an original film that would be the first under Andy and Barbara Moschetti's new production company. Today we're going to explore what it was like putting this film together.
Especially in the final fight when like the big boss fight, I'm kind of like getting overwhelmed and you know, a little bit of almost that like banana peel moment, you know, where it's supposed to feel like messy and so yeah, it was just like a lot of stunt dance choreography training and figuring out what the movements should feel like.
But before we get into more of these moments, today's trivia question: what was Zazie Beetz' previous role before this one? Leave your answers in the comments down below and stick around till the end of the video to find out if your answer was correct.
I was genuinely entertained and genuinely had gasping moments.
First goal was to do as much as possible practically. To give you that feeling of danger on the screen, that tension. It's stunts, it's explosions, it's real fire.
When people watch a movie, it's 90 minutes, and they leave the movie. In the best case scenario, they will have a nice 90 minutes. Maybe not that nice, then they leave and forget about it, Sokolov says. But as people who are making the movie, you are spending 2 years at least to make it.
Yeah, so I started off with boxing training because Kirill wanted the feel of like she learned it in prison and was like kind of tough. And so I trained with, his name is Michael Alajade Jr. He's an incredible trainer based out of New York, and he was a boxer, and so he really like helped me get in that stance and in that body kind of movement.
Valhalla appreciated Sokolov's energy on set. This included the times when, in the midst of lengthy night shoots, he'd shout out in excitement when they nailed a key scene. The fire scene was a big one. Zazie is running and jumping and smashing in take after take. There's actual people being extinguished because there's actual people on fire.
There was a real situation that inspired me for this script. 10 years ago, my wife and I rent an apartment, and everyone else in all apartments are old people and mostly old ladies, and they all knew each other. And
this moment, the film's standout action scene where Beetz Asia sets an axe on fire and makes short work of a room full of shadowy goons, was an elaborate one to pull off. In order to get it right and also make sure that it was safe, they ran it to death. And all the actors, including Beetz, used plenty of flame retardant to reduce the heat of the fire.
I mean, you know, with Zazie, we talked a lot about like different female protagonists in different movies, and I'm a huge fan of Chuck Palahniuk, and I kind of, Zazie rewatched almost all his movies, and we talked a lot about Lady Vengeance, and this kind of, you know, we try to find this balance between really strong female protagonist.
Her character goes through a lot. Behind the scenes, so did she. I would actually say the most difficult stuff was the rain scenes, which I wasn't expecting, she said. Those are bits and bobs throughout the movie, but when you're doing it, it feels like it's the entire shoot.
It's fire scene, which is incredibly big and complicated.
And gorgeous.
Thank you. And we from day one, we discussed how to do it all practically in camera because, you know, fire is very tricky. And You can make very real fire, but it won't give you the feeling of fear.
Arquette, who plays virtual employee Lily Woodhouse, continues, it's martial arts, it's comedy, it's gore, it's horror, it's all that kind of stuff. And I think that has its own energy that was very exciting to be on the set.
They have human sacrifices.
After that, we just transformed it into this movie.
Tonight, you are the offering.
The script was so unique. There are so many elements of it that are not in anything that I've ever read before.
And it was all worth it in the end, according to the Deadpool 2 actress, who says she looked to her future press tour to get through the more difficult shooting days. I just kept thinking to this moment that one day I'm going to be sitting next to Patricia and we're going to talk about it and be all happy and be like, I did that.
We discussed how to do classic horror, make it more fresh and exciting and surprising.
They Will Kill You had so many aspects to it, from family bonds to satanic cults.
Heather Graham was a bit nervous before filming They Will Kill You, which required more stunt work than any other movie in her catalog.
A lot of ideas, but I really afraid of, let's release it and see how it plays. But yeah, it's amazing world and amazing characters. And it was so much fun and joy to live with them all this time. So I would be so happy to come.
I was nervous because this was the most amount of stunts I've ever done, Graham says. But I felt very excited at the end just to feel like I love doing stunts. It was kind of exciting. It's a little bit scary because you're just like, oh my god, I hope they don't hit me and I hope I don't hit her. But it was really exciting.
I mean, I am a huge fan of Afro Samurai anime, which kind of inspired a lot. And if you watch it, you will see many elements like immortality and these crazy fights with, there is an even character who has a teddy bear head in there and huge head.
Filming the movie was intense for much of the cast, but especially Beats, who takes on her first lead role as Asia. Arquette says that her time on set was like a constant marathon and praised the actress's an incredible amount of commitment.
Well, I will say I wasn't doing a lot of the aggressing. I was doing most of the running away. I was admiring all of the incredible stunt work that all my castmates were doing, and I'm jealous. I hope to be on the kicking and punching side sometime soon.
The director sat down for an interview and was asked to explain the world of the film. Basically, it's a cult movie. When you dive into cult structure, you see how they operate. They abuse power and lure people at worst time of their lives. They use them and drain their money. You see that it's a very nice metaphor to what happens when people in power deal with people who can't fight back.
I had to learn how to do some eyeball acting.
Yes.
No, this is the most amount of stunts that I've ever done in a movie. I've done some, but so it was fun to rehearse with the stunt team. Every stunt sequence was really choreographed in advance. They shot it on film so you could watch it and know what you were gonna do.
They also revealed that originally there was even less backstory regarding the cult. In the script, we explained even less. When we had test screenings, people really questioned that.
For me, it was when we did the crawl space fight, which I felt excited because I did that whole sequence myself without a stunt person.
Wow.
But yeah, so I did have a blood rig attached, which all these tubes will come spurting out. So by the end of the day, I was covered with blood, and I had to take like 5 showers and use shaving cream and alcohol to get it all off.
And as far as the answer to our trivia question, her previous role was in Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die as Janet.
I mean, I hope they will just enjoy it and have fun time. And that's the main point. There is like, you put some themes in it and you write and there is some subtext and we can talk a lot, but I believe that the movie, in the first place, they must hit your heart and then your brain.
But we wanted to turn this around to you guys. What do you think about all these moments? Which one was your favorite and who is your favorite character from the film?
Was there anything that was like too crazy that just like you couldn't get to work or that you had to cut because it just didn't make sense?
Surprisingly, no.
Oh, that's awesome.
I was we basically, when you do the post and you cut the movie, you trim it and you shrink it, and something will go to the trash bin anyway. But I think that we trimmed the most normal things.
Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications on for more videos just like this.
That's why.
I mean, powerful rich people are getting away with horrible behavior. It's not cool, and you want to empower the underdog to fight back for some kind of something, having some morals, and something good to happen, and not these people taking advantage of the system.
That's it for today though. We'll see you all next time with a brand new video. Bye guys.
his personality is just sort of splattered all across this movie.
It's a big horror action-packed movie. It will be a wild ride.